tech who is struggling with growing your clientele, even though you find or it appears as if so many people are doing well. A lot of nail techs, they just seem to be booked and busy, but here you are sitting down trying to figure out how to attract, and not only attract, but retain your clients. Welcome to our discussion today, our little chat today. Many nail technicians whom I have surveyed personally are facing the same issue. Now, if that's you, I want you to stay tuned because we're going to talk about what nail technicians are facing, why it's happening, and what we're going to do about it. By the end of our time today, I want you to walk away with something that you can use in order to change that problem. Now, it's fair to say that most nail techs, even myself, face the same challenge when we start. We have no customers. And while many of us are not at the starting line anymore, with the advancement in technology and the changing of trends, so often we find ourselves at a starting line. One of the starting lines we find ourselves at is not only when we start our career as nail technicians, but as we continue, the next challenge is retaining clients. Like I said, we're going to talk about solving or addressing some of those issues, but I just want to go through one or two things just so that we can identify what those issues are looking like and how they are showing up in our business. So you have completed beauty school or you have completed a continuing education class and you don't know what to do afterwards. Now, I want you to rest assured of don't beat yourself up so much because nobody told you what to do. Nobody told us how to go about building our business. As a matter of fact, we have been told to do some things that are keeping us stuck and in a way keeping us frustrated as well. Because if you are doing what you have been told to do and you're not seeing the results that you thought that you had been seeing, it will cause you to feel a bit frustrated. So here are some things that we are experiencing with not knowing how to grow our businesses. We're having insufficient clients. You are challenged with meeting your basic financial obligations, which is either your booth rent or the ability to buy products. And on a personal level, taking care of your family, your personal finances, and so on. And so there is a great need, a demand on how to attract those clients that you need. For the most part, nail techs have been told to post and post some more on Instagram, social media platforms for engagement. Now, the shortcoming there is this. Posting in and of itself without having a target will lead to frustration because what ends up happening, you're posting and you're throwing things out there in the air, but you're not having it targeted toward a specific grouping of persons. So it's always important to know who it is that you want to serve. Coming up out of beauty school, you pretty much you want to serve any and everybody who sits in your chair. Why? Because you need customers. So when you begin now to post on the social platforms, you are putting out a post to any and everyone. However, that too will lead to frustration. So let me help you, give you one pointer there. Know who it is you want to serve. And by that I mean, are you going to be providing gel nail services, natural nail services, acrylic services? Are you going to be also serving men as well as women? Are you going to serve children or are you only going to serve adults? Have an idea of who it is, what demographic it is you want to serve. Younger people or mature. When you get clear on who you want to serve, then you begin to market yourself to attract that specific demographic. When you post, your posts will now be targeted, okay? Now, although we know that hashtags has power, what has greater power is targeted marketing within a specific area. So if you live in an area where it's close to neighborhoods, close to schools, close to business places, offices, and so on, you want to hone in on those areas. So when you market, when you advertise, make sure your advertisements are targeted to specific areas, specific of persons with specific interests. Your messaging can be in front of their faces. And so we want to get back to, I don't want to lose us. We have a challenge, and our challenge is attracting customers. And our next challenge is doing, or our next step, I should say, doing what we've been told to do. And that is to advertise on social media and those platforms. What has been happening from my survey is that nail techs are still struggling to grow their business because they're finding out that skill alone is not enough to secure clients or to build a business. Because we find out really quickly that we are not marketing gurus, we are not sales professionals, we are not tech savvy, we don't understand algorithms, and that is the reason why we are facing the challenges that we're facing, even after posting, because we don't understand how that aspect of our business works. And again, that's perfectly fine, because it's not your fault. We were not taught how to do that. But today we're going to talk about how to fix that. I want you to consider a big business, and I've been talking about, if I permit me to say, let's say a fast food restaurant. Fast food restaurants are using other people's audience. How are they doing that? They set up their businesses in places where people particularly traverse, in busy areas, near malls, near shopping centers, or on rest stops, or on the highways where we know people are going to pull over. They are using the audience of the city where people traverse. And what ends up happening, because you are now driving a long drive and up comes a rest stop. Franchises are right there. So in our industry right now, what I have been seeing is we are posting to platforms where there are a lot of people, but we are in an ocean that is filled with a lot of other nail technicians. And the challenge here is being seen. Now, if I want the fast food restaurant that sells chicken, there's a lot of them that sell chicken, but I might want this particular one, and that's where I go because I can see them, they stand out. I might want a burger, and I go to this particular burger place because they stand out. So the idea here is to stand out even though you're in an ocean of other nail technicians. Now, I know you're saying, how do I do that? First of all, immediately begin to change what it is that you're doing. Let me just share a little bit of my story, because what I did was I changed my service entirely. I came into the industry like most others, doing natural nails and acrylic nails. And not because I was so tech savvy or knew about marketing. I just changed. I pivoted from that to offering only gel nails. What ended up happening, I was the only person in my immediate area on my island that was providing that specific service. So what ended up happening, I had an overflow of customers who I could not serve by myself. That's how I grew my business. So identify what is your niche. What after you have already said, okay, you want to serve mature females, and you want to provide, let's say you want to provide gel nails. You want to provide gel nails to mature women between the ages of, let's say, 35 to 55. And then we want them to be able to commit to that service every 2 to 3 weeks on rotation. And that is where you begin to build your business. And you can do that right away. My results came immediately because what ended up happening, my customers began to spread the word and share with their friends, family, and colleagues about the new service and also the entire experience that they were having. In comes another, I wouldn't call it a challenge, but now we want to take our quest for building our clientele to another level. Here is that level. Remember when I talked about the fast food restaurant? Now have the opportunity to use someone else's audience. It's targeted marketing strategy. How does that happen? I have built a platform where nail techs come, customers who are looking for a nail technician come to that specific place to find a nail tech. You are actually in a place where if you live in, let's say, Zone C, and we have a number of potential customers in Zone C looking for a nail technician, and they see that Salon Zen is in Zone C. You have now exposed yourself directly to persons who are looking for a nail technician in Zone C. And so that is the next level to how you are going to build your business. Where did I get this thought from? I listened to an Alex Hormozi video, and he was talking about using other people's audience. And I thought, goodness me, my industry needs this information. My nail tech colleagues need this information because there is such a desperation for building your business and your clientele that some are even considering leaving the industry because they don't know what to do. But I'm here to tell you that there is another level to marketing your business as a nail technician. And that is using someone else's audience, putting yourself in a place where customers are already looking for you, looking for a nail technician. And so today we talked about the challenge of starting out, trying to find customers. And then we talked about the other starting place where maybe you're not much of a new nail tech, but the challenge that you're facing is changing trends and changing in technology. Because at the end of the day, we are nail techs. Like I said earlier, we are not marketing gurus. We are not sales professionals. We are not ad experts. We are nail technicians. And what we need is an opportunity, an avenue, a platform where we can be seen so that we can begin to grow our businesses at the level that we need them to. Why? Because we have financial commitments, that's one, but we also have the desire for our businesses to grow and flourish and thrive. How are we going to fix that? So we talked about it not being your fault because you just didn't know, and we were not taught that in beauty school, in nail school, or even after a continuing education class. They would have told us to just post. We didn't know. So how are we going to fix that? Because we already know that those methods are not by themselves working out for us. We're going to fix that by getting on the platform in order to give you the maximum exposure and reduce the amount of time it takes to convert from what you're doing now to actually getting on that platform. Remember when I mentioned about me transitioning from being a acrylic nail technician to gel nail technician? That happened overnight. And what immediately happened was persons began to refer my services to their friends, their families, and their colleagues. And what ended up happening, my business grew so much that I now have a waiting list. This is the power of referrals and the power of targeted marketing. I want to invite you to take a look at the link in the comments. It's going to take you to the platform, and it's called the Virtual Nail Assistant. You have to apply to see if we are the right fit for you. But the idea is to help nail technicians build their businesses, reduce the stress of trying to figure out how to do it, and get you in the face of more people so that you can secure more appointments and, of course, increase your income. In the comments, I want you to give a thumbs up if this is you, if this is definitely something that you resonate with, that you want to need to have in your business in order for you to continue to thrive and grow, and then also so that you can do it stress-free. Let me say here that you do not need to learn anything else. You do not need to learn tech. You don't need to be tech savvy. Yes, you would still be in control of your business. All we will do is take care of the back end business for you. Make sure that you're in the face of more people so that you can get the income that you need, so that you can live the life that you deserve, and that your nail career will begin to grow and to thrive. So again, the link will be in the comments to the virtual nail assistant. So until we meet again, and if you have a particular concern that you want addressed, drop it in the comments and we can talk about how we're going to work on that for you. And I'll see you next time when you visit the Nail Coach. Thank you for watching.